The information discussed in this PILCast episode are merely opinions and do not constitute formal policy or legal guidance of any kind.
Hello and welcome to another PILCast, the video blog where we talk about important federal procurement innovations in 10 minutes or less. We guarantee it. I'm Scott Simpson with the DHS Procurement Innovation Lab.
And I'm David Jablonski, also with the DHS Procurement Innovation Lab.
Today, we're going to be talking about how to make your solicitations and awards better with a technique called Betterment.
So Betterment is a process where vendors have a dedicated space in their proposal or quote to outline specific aspects of their proposed solution or promises that exceed the government's requirement and what value those aspects might bring to the government.
So this technique helps in that regard, and it allows vendors a structured place to go above and beyond our minimum requirements. So maybe you're buying cafeteria services and you'd like better options for both quality of food and the speed of service. Well, this technique allows vendors to propose solutions that exceed the minimums. Maybe they're serving certified organic produce, or maybe they have the ability to order online and pick up at a special place.
So after you receive the Betterment, it's formally evaluated and included as part of the trade-off decision. Now, here is the best part about Betterment. The Betterment promises of the awardee are included in the award document, replacing the former minimums. This holds the vendor accountable to the promises they made during their submission.
So let's take a look at some language that you can use in your next solicitation. Factor 4, Betterment promises. If the quoting contractor's proposed solution will exceed any requirement of the SOW in a way that is meaningful to the government, the quoting contractor shall provide information explaining the promise of the Betterment and the Betterment's value to the government. Vague statements will not be helpful.
Or how about this one? The quoter shall identify any Betterment promises it is making. For each Betterment promise, the quoter should identify 1, the specific requirement in the specific schedule contract clause, BPA clause, PWS section, and paragraph or other document, and 2, the quoter's Betterment promise, and 3, an explanation of the value to the government provided by this promise.
Betterment works best when it's included as a standalone factor in your solicitation. This makes it easy to find the promises later and include them in your award document. It can be included anywhere in your descending order of importance. It doesn't matter. And maybe it's something that gets more important as things become equal.
Now, one of the biggest worries that people have about this technique is, what happens if I don't have an apples to apples comparison? And that's okay. If one vendor promises making one part better and another vendor promises making a different part better, that's all right. You evaluate the value propositions, that is, how meaningful is the value of the promise being made, which is then taken into account during your trade-off.
Now, here are 4 best practices to remember when using the Betterment technique. First, be clear in your solicitation about what Betterment promises are. Second, consider them as a standalone factor.
Third, ensure they are submitted in a standalone document or a separate section, and that all vendors submit them in a consistent format. This way, you don't have to go looking around for a quote or proposal to find what you think are the actual betterments or promises. And finally, use them as part of your best value trade-off decision.
If you like this technique, you can hear a whole lot more at the GSA's FAST2022 virtual conference. Data to insights, insights to action, action to impact, which is occurring June 21st to 23rd of this year, 2022. At the conference, you will engage with experts across government and industry to discover a path to successful acquisitions that will ensure you meet your missions.
You can also attend a session taught by PIL Coaches where we will be talking about pre-solicitation planning innovations. You can register by clicking the link included below. That is going to be a great experience. We will explore agency case studies, success stories, while learning about resources, tools, techniques, technologies, and more.
Let us know in the chat whether you've used the Betterment technique before, and if you have any questions. Also, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification button so that you get all of our latest updates. Thanks, and see you next time.